do you see contrast in this picture, and if so, how? Did you get a book? There's books right back there, Carrie. How do you see, is there any contrast in this piece?
Yeah.
Yes, Kaylee, tell me.
Yeah, because there's red and green.
Okay, red and green. What other kind of contrast is there? Think of the elements. Think in terms of the elements. The circle and triangles. Okay, on the top and the bottom it's red. Okay, so that creates contrast. Yes?
The texture's different. Like on the inside of it's green and red, and then on the outside it's just red.
Right, right. Okay, so there's a lot of contrast here, which why would you want contrast? Why is it contrast? Like I told you, that I think contrast and unity are two of the very most important principles. Yes? Right. What if the whole paper, the whole painting here was just those little tiny green and red triangles? The whole page was just covered with that, and you didn't have those spheres in the middle, and no red. What would you think about that as a piece of artwork? Boring. Absolutely. It would be very, very boring. So, contrast is what you have in your artwork so it won't be boring. Okay? Now, how has unity been used in this piece? Yes. Everything's close together, so proximity. Okay, what else? Have they used repetition? Okay, they go together, and they've... What about, is there simplicity in terms of the colors? Yes. Okay, is there repetition in terms of the colors?
Yeah.
Yes. So they've taken what could be a very boring, you know, it's very unified, because really they've only used red, black, and green, but they've made it interesting by the way they've changed the shapes in those two big balls. Now, look on page 289. Tell me how this piece, well, tell me what the contrast is, for starters. The yellow? And I'd say the white too is
Painting the stuff on the bottom.
okay. The texture. Are there different textures? Okay. What about the other elements? What about line and shape? Is there a contrast? Yes, they have those big, thick shapes. The yellow, is it a line or a shape? It could be a fat line. It could be you know, a thin shape, and then they have those little tiny lines. Okay, so but now, so imagine this piece without the yellow, without the white, and maybe let's take out the lines as well. Would it be a very interesting piece? No. Okay, but what unifies it so it feels like it goes together? How has the artist created unity here?
The lines.
Okay, what about the lines? Right. And look at these three things: simplicity, repetition, proximity. Have they done those things? Have they kept it simple?
Yeah.
How?
Shapes.
How are the lines simple? They're straight?
Yes.
They're all straight. I don't see any curved lines, zigzag lines. I don't see any of that. They're all about the same width. How about color? Pretty much all this, but the lines are pretty much all the same color, right? But there's not a lot of color here. So you should have both in a composition.